Well, we have made it to cheers of jubilation. We've made it to the beginning of another weekend. Thank you for being here with me on this Friday. A lot of news to cover before we turn you loose for the weekend, which is going to be windy, very tomorrow. After some showers, maybe some thunderstorms during the overnight. I've got a much more finite timeline pass along to you to let you know what's happening or what we think's happening and when in just a few moments. A wind advisory that will go into effect right now at 4 in the a.m., which is right around the time I think that we might see a line of showers and storms in the area, hopefully in a weakened state from its prior intensity as it will make its way from west to east across the Commonwealth. And that is expected to last, that wind advisory, till 8 o'clock tomorrow. 40, 45, maybe even 50 mile per hour winds tomorrow after the rains are gone. Again, I'll tell you about that in just a few moments. A host of other important news and information tonight. Just a couple of things from our legislature on the state level real quickly before I get to local headlines. The governor joined lawmakers and officials to sign 3 pieces of legislation that support law enforcement and increase Kentucky public safety. 1, Senate Bill 39, which allows the legislative body of an urban county government to re-employ as needed individuals as police officers who have retired from the Police and Retirement Fund. House Bill 380 expands the eligibility of potential peace officers to include individuals who have not turned 21 years old at the time of their basic training, but will turn 21, which is a requirement by the time that their certification is completed. And House Bill 540 as well, which will expand definitions related to the use of school resource officers to apply to private parochial schools as well as public schools, creating consistency of expectations across different types of schools. The governor also joined a number of officials and lawmakers today to sign legislation supporting the fight against addiction. A number of bills signed, beginning with House Bill 248, which supports recovery housing by setting requirements for certification, operation, and oversight of those residences. It is also aimed at helping those resources be more accessible and equitable. House Bill 148 will ensure direct payments from health insurance to the facilities that are providing that care. And ultimately, he says this will not just help with the direct payments, but make things easier for those receiving treatment and their family members as well. While the governor today officially vetoed the controversial transgender bill that's been talked about, it's been presented in a number of forms, things taken, things added to it. Today, the governor issuing a message as to his veto of Senate Bill 150. He says it allows too much government interference in personal health care issues and rips away the freedom of parents to make medical decisions for their children. Senate Bill 150, he says, also further strips freedom from parents to make personal family decisions on the names their children are called and how people should refer to them. He also says that it turns educators into administrators into investigators that must listen in on a student conversation and then knock on doors to confront and question parents and families about how students behave and or refer to themselves or others. And he also says, I am also vetoing Senate Bill 150 because my faith teaches me that all children are children of God, and Senate Bill 150 will endanger the children of Kentucky. He says in a 2022 national survey on LGBTQ youth mental health, 45% of LGBTQ youth seriously considered suicide in the past year. Nearly 1 in 5 transgender youth had attempted suicide. The American Medical Association, he says, reports that receipt of care dramatically reduces the rates of suicide attempts, decreases feelings of depression and anxiety, and reduces substance abuse. And improving access to gender-affirming care is an important means of improving health outcomes for the transgender population. Senate Bill 150, he says, will cause an increase in suicide among Kentucky youth, he believes. Have you ever pondered what would happen to someone should they rent something, let's say, such as a U-Haul truck and not return it? This man has answered that question. A Martin County man, 43-year-old Jimmy Jude of Warfield, has been arrested. He's still in the Big Sandy jail at this hour, after the Columbia Police Department says that back on January the 3rd of this year in Adair County, Kentucky, Jude committed the theft of failure to make required disposition of property well over $10,000 when he rented a U-Haul on the mobile app on January the 3rd and then came into Lynn's Service Center in Columbia, Kentucky, in Adair County, a local U-Haul renting representative there. The owner saying that he came in and picked up a 2019 GMC box truck, and on or around February the 9th, well over a month later, U-Haul representatives contacted individuals stating that that truck had never been returned to any U-Haul drop location, and they'd made numerous attempts to try to reach Jude and try to get the truck back, all of which were unsuccessful, and the vehicle worth $27,700 is, as I understand, still missing, while Jude has been charged with, again, theft by failure to make disposition. And while it's not local news, it is of significance. A Boyd County woman was indicted and taken into custody this week after she was officially charged with manslaughter after a 2-year-old died of fentanyl. 21-year-old Brittany Copadona was taken into custody this week. She sits in jail on charges of manslaughter in the first degree, wanton endangerment in the first degree, and possession of a controlled substance also in the first degree. This actually goes back to the middle of this February, where the Kentucky State Police responded to an Ashland home after a child was reported to be unresponsive. Authorities who did respond ultimately found there was a quantity of fentanyl in the room where the child was found. The child had, in some form or fashion, ingested that very dangerous drug that only 2 grams of, or 2 grains of, literally, or just a few more, can be lethal to an adult. That child was taken to a hospital and shortly died as a result of that drug and being exposed to it, while now she faces manslaughter and other charges. More news in a moment. Spring is always the most colorful season of the year at the seasonal shop. Come see for yourself. Gorgeous new clothes for everyone. Bright, flowy tops and dresses. Something perfect for Easter. Fun flare-leg jeans and new styles and arrivals every day. New sweatshirts and shorts and tees by Royce, Ridge and Holler, and others. And little sleepies are here, all in an incredibly comfy, cute, and durable bamboo viscose material. All this and so much more that you just have to see this spring at the seasonal shop. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. An update, not much to add, but an update. I reported to you last evening that I was very well aware of the U.S. Marshal Service being here in high numbers yesterday. The Kentucky State Police, local authorities, and the Sheriff's Department assisting them in a manhunt for a man that I believe was from the Indiana area, which was believed to have been here in Magoffin County at some point. The I know that there were numerous posts about an escapee and murder charges related to this individual. I cannot confirm nor deny, but we do not believe he had escaped a facility at this time while he had served a number of years in prison. His name was not even officially released to us, even though we put in many calls to the U.S. Marshal's office, and the state police and local authorities could only say that it was a U.S. Marshal's investigation. I can only confirm that after hours of searching, the individual that they were searching for was not discovered and may not have actually been here for some time. We think that's at least a possibility, and I'm still waiting for more information and an official update from the U.S. Marshals Service. This was a two-car crash that happened yesterday. Fortunately, rain-slicking roads today have not resulted in any serious accidents that I'm aware of, but this one certainly was yesterday after one vehicle pulled into the path of another on Mason. A violent two-car crash on Route 7 very near Harper's Garage, to give you a point of reference, while the driver of the pickup truck was actually headed south on 7 and told me he just didn't even see where the other vehicle actually came from when it came into his path of travel. I spoke with Magoffin County Sheriff's Deputy Tim Clark, who says that it's his understanding per his investigation that the blue Buick was backing out of a driveway there that it is now facing out of, and in doing so, the driver pulled into the path of the small pickup truck, giving the driver no chance to even attempt to slow down. The driver of the pickup truck did suffer possibly some broken bones and was taken to the hospital either by personal vehicle or ambulance, and I'm unsure as to the extent of the injuries of the other individual who was out of the car and talking to authorities during their investigation of the scene. The drivers were the only occupants of their respective vehicles. Magoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at Magoffin Farm Bureau. 2 locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sagersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true.
Trade it and upgrade it now at Appalachian Wireless and receive up to $700 off when you trade your old eligible device in and upgrade to a new iPhone 14 Pro Max or Samsung S23 Ultra on a qualifying Appalachian Advantage plan. What better way to start the year off right than with upgrading to a new 5G compatible device on the region's best network while saving up to $700 off on the hottest smartphones. Appalachian Wireless giving you another reason to come join the Big Blue Network. Why? Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Wireless.com for full terms and conditions.
Come on down to the Mountain Arts Center to check out the new bluegrass sensation Woodbox Heroes. Woodbox Heroes is comprised of some of the biggest names in bluegrass. They bring a fresh new sound and a stage full of energy that will redefine your definition of a bluegrass show. Show is Saturday, April 8th at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now by visiting macarts.com or by stopping by the People's Bank box office.
A lot still happening on our community calendar, and it begins now. Brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau. Last reminder for everyone, next week in District 3 in Magoffin County, the Magoffin County countywide cleanup campaign starts next week, and then towards the latter part of next week, I'll remind everyone in District 1 that yours is the next week, and then District 2 is following. April the 3rd as well through the 14th is the final 2 weeks of the cleanup for Magoffin County, and that's the same 2 weeks that the Sagersville citywide cleanup will be ongoing. A free health fair coming up this Wednesday, 9 to 11 that morning at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center at the Senior Center. This is for everyone, all open to the public. Free health services available. Many health providers from the area will be there, have services, information about their services there. Wednesday, 9 to 11, not just for seniors, but open to the public. So be sure and stop in. A lot happening, of course, as we talk about Easter coming up. A lot of big Easter egg hunts still being planned, and one of those is South Magoffin Easter egg hunt, which will be at the South Magoffin Center, which is the site, of course, of the old John T. Arnott Elementary School. That's going to be Saturday, April the 1st. weather permitting, obviously. They're hoping to have the Easter Bunny there, and they're looking for donations if you'd like to make some of the very popular and very important plastic eggs, candy to go in them. Monetary donations appreciated as well. You can contact the South Magoffin community activists on their Facebook page or reach out to any member if you'd like to be a part of that big Easter event, with another coming up as well. This one the following day on Sunday, April the 2nd, hosted by the city of Sayersville, sponsored by Kiwanis and the Magoffin County Public Library. A big Easter egg hunt in the Sayersville City Park across from City Hall. The Easter Bunny is going to be there to take pictures. They'll have prizes, a whole lot of family fun. This is for all kids 12 and under. Sunday, April the 2nd, 4 o'clock. They have an unbelievable amount of eggs and, some prizes I would imagine well to go in them, but some really nice prizes as well and a whole lot of family fun. That's Sunday, April the 2nd. And then the next weekend, Saturday, April the 8th, the Royalton Community Council is having their Easter Festival. They've got a lot of plans. They're also looking for donations of Easter eggs and things to go with them. If you would like to help, feel free to reach out to them. You can drop off any donation that you may have at the Magoffin County Senior Citizen Center, and they will gladly make sure that they make their way or find anyone with the Walnut Festival of Royalton, Kentucky Facebook page, and they can help you as well. Big Sandy Senior Games are coming up. It's a 2-day event, actually more than 2, but the bowling event is May the 12th at the Bollwright Center in Prestonsburg. The outdoor games, a big long list of those, will be at the Dewey Dam downstream area the Friday after on May the 19th. And then, of course, they'll be having their awards banquet later on June the 7th. This is the Big Sandy Senior Games 36th annual event. Is for everyone, spectators as well as participants. Bring your family, your spouse, your friends, whatever to cheer you on. The opening ceremony will begin at 10 o'clock that morning, and they hope to see you there. That morning, of course, I believe, the first event. And calendar announcements as easy as telling me so I can tell everyone else, and we love to do birthdays and anniversaries too, and I love to print and publish birthdays, birth announcements, wedding announcements, and anniversaries. Did I say the anniversaries yet? In the Sayersville Independent, make for a wonderful historic keepsake. I've got a few that I will forever treasure, and you can send those to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. I have one funeral service announcement this evening. It comes to us from the Magoffin County Funeral Home, who, of course, sponsors the service nightly. And they tell me that arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon for Juanita Collins, 69, at Elkhorn City. She passed away yesterday at her home.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
What we have here is our famous chicken sandwich at your Sayersville Lee's, which is also Saturday's special. You can get a chicken sandwich, wedges, and a drink for just $6. Friday's special is a liver or gizzard dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $5.79 plus tax. Let's recap. Chicken sandwich, Saturday special, or get it any day of the week. Fridays, livers or gizzards at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. It's Dipper Day tomorrow at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Yes, you can get our famous all-white big chunks of crispy chicken any day of the week as a snack, a meal, or as a party box. But on Thursday, Dipper Day, you get the meal that's dippers with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $6.79. Only at your Sayersville Lee's. Also famous for our ice. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. Will you please, everyone, do me a favor, find the Middle Fork Fire Department's Facebook page and go on there and purchase tickets for the rifle and or the beautiful quilt they have to raffle off. So J.R. Rao will please leave me alone and quit calling me. I'm just teasing. I am teasing. He is persistent, but he knows he has to be when it's me involved, so fair enough. Regardless, they've got a big raffle that's now just right at 7 days away, and they're selling a limited number of tickets on a couple of very nice items that I would really love to tell you about, regardless of how much JR aggravates me. Go to Facebook and simply search for the Middle Fork Fire Department page. They have a link there. When you click on it, it goes to here where you can electronically, PayPal, I think, and through many other means, buy a ticket. And just a little bit ago, they had just a little over 7 hours and 7 days and 7 hours left, so a little less than that now. But they're giving away two really nice items, both of which you can see in one shot there, of course, to the top right of your screen. So about 7 days, just a little more left. They have a hand-stitched queen size, beautiful primitive Amish quilt that came out of Wisconsin. They're only selling 250 tickets at only $2 a piece, and they have the 870 Wingmaster, their 12-gauge trap gun, in excellent condition. They're only selling 250 tickets for the gun as well. They are $5 each. You can contact any member of the fire department or simply click on their link and go there and do it all online, however you so choose. They wish to thank everyone for helping support them as they continue to raise funds just to continue to support their community. All right, let's take a few moments to talk about the showers, talk about the potential for some thunderstorms during the overnight, talk about definitely the high winds, which are going to be around all day tomorrow, and what's going to be in town thereafter. For the most part, not entirely, as you all will know, but for the most part, most of the rain today and light showers and some moderate has been just to the north of Magoffin County and largely the viewing area. We've gotten in on that line back and forth, but for the most part, again, it's been staying just above us. That will continue for the next several hours to do, I think, just that. More so, I think a little later on this evening, that is going to drop into eastern Kentucky. We will get on some of that light and moderate rainfall. And then what we will also get on later on, closer to 3 and 4 in the a.m., if you look to the bottom left of your screen there, that red line down blowing just past Little Rock right now in Arkansas, that's going to make its way into Kentucky and eastern Kentucky. And right now the timeline pushes it in here right around 3, I think maybe even closer to 4 o'clock. So keep that in mind. It looks to be getting maybe, of course, by the time it travels all the way to here, a bit on the weaker side, and that's what we're hopeful for. So hopefully we won't see any bad weather out of this and severe weather, but you'll kind of want to pay attention as it gets closer and throughout the overnight. For the most part, the rest of your evening, easterly winds 6 to 18 miles per hour or so. We do have shower and thunderstorm chances after 3 a.m. to the tune of 80%, and of course we might see about a half inch of rain with the exception of any thunderstorms that we could see. And it's going to be out of here pretty quickly tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms, I think maybe up until 8 or 9 or so, and then mostly cloudy skies will gradually become sunny tomorrow. We'll see 71 degrees, and we will see the winds come in behind the rain. That's why we have a wind advisory in effect from 4 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. And 45-mile-per-hour winds look to be a pretty good bet at this time, maybe a tick or two above that even for some. So, really we just went through some pretty significant winds. So if it didn't blow off then, odds are it's going to be safe this time. But, of course, there's always the danger of downed trees, traveling, or anything of that nature where you're around some trees that may be loosely uprooted or something of that nature. Keep that in mind. Clear skies by late tomorrow night. We'll fall back down to around 39 degrees after another warm day tomorrow with a lot of wind, mind you. Latter half of your weekend looks mostly sunny and 67. Nothing more than a calm wind becoming west around 5 miles per hour or so in the afternoon. Shower chances don't work their way back in until after 3 o'clock Sunday night, Monday morning. So we'll see a dry, albeit still breezy latter half to your weekend. And we'll start off Monday in the upper 60s, partly sunny, and we'll have a 20% chance of some showers, I think, up until about noon or so, then just breezy and pretty comfortable at 69. And then shower chances come right back into the fold Monday night after 2 a.m. And only to the tune of 20% or so, but they'll hang around till about midday Tuesday. And then kind of the same timing, Tuesday we'll see around 60, cooler but breezy, partly sunny, and shower chances gone by midday, I think. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, widespread frost. Keep that in mind. We'll see right around 33 degrees and frost to wake up to on Wednesday. We'll ultimately top out around 59 Wednesday with a lot of sunshine above, nighttime lows back down to the upper 30s. This time next week, Thursday, and then into Friday, well, Thursday we'll see 63, partly sunny, and a 50% chance of showers, and that is out and ahead of another round of likely showers, not so much thunderstorms, but Thursday night and definitely into your Friday, even though temperatures, again, will be on the rise. We'll see increased shower chances from Thursday to Friday, and temperatures hitting from the low to the upper 60s over the same 2 days. Keep your eye on the weather tonight. Not so much anything to worry about right now. Just some showers and certainly maybe a few good ones to deal with. And sounds like a good relaxing evening. The overnight may be a little more bumpy. That's a wrap for tonight and for this week. And for all of you being here with me, thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't want to. And appreciate you more than you know and I could ever explain and tell you for doing so. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good night and a great weekend, and see you Monday.